Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, every female walking this planet, even those who do not have kids, who have mother-like qualities. Happy Mother's Day. I always want my Mother's Day and Father's Day messages to be special. I don't always want to talk about the same things. So I was saying to myself, what am I going to talk about this year for Mother's Day? And first I'm going to give you my Mother's Day message. Then I'm going to tell you what came to me. So my Mother's Day message to you all the women out there, is that I want you to recharge. You know, there's a lot of people out there in the world that feel we don't do a lot. And I say we, meaning the mothers that have kids, those that do not have kids but have mother-like qualities, those who are mothers to other people's kids, or even that aunt that is like the best aunt in the world. I want you all to recharge. Like I always say, take time out for yourself. But recharge is good for the mind, the body, and the soul, and the spirit. I want you all to take inventory on who needs to stay in your life and who needs to go. One of the things I always say is that a hater is not going to help you elevate. And some of you all, I feel like, are holding on to people that need to go. And God already told you they need to go. A hater is not going to help you elevate. So I want you all to take some time out. Invest in yourself as far as strengthening your spirituality. Do everything to strengthen your spirituality. Diving into the Bible. Going to the spa or buying things to one of those stores and get like a body scrub and all that other stuff. They have the thing called body brushing. Invest in yourself. Cleanse your atmosphere and your mind. Try to take inventory and pinpoint the times when you think negative. If it's someone around you or somebody you speak to on the phone that just ruffles your spirit and all of a sudden you go into a negative space. It's all about working on you. And we need you out there, yes, in the field, educating and helping uplift. But you can't do that if you're operating in a low spirit, meaning that your battery level is like 20% when you know that you are at your best at 95. You have to work on yourself and recharge. And that means working on you. Because if you are no good to yourself, you cannot be good for someone else. So that's my thing. The other thing I want to say is, I always talk about educating the kids. And I want to go back to that, saying it's important to educate the kids, because what I'm seeing now is that these kids is going through things and they're not talking to their parents in the household. And because of that, you have kids going to schools with weapons. You have kids that are getting the wrong information. And sometimes it doesn't have to be the wrong information coming from the teachers. It could be from other kids on sexuality. I feel that that education needs to come from home. And a lot of times, I know a lot of parents, because I've been going back and forth with them, is saying that a 4-year-old's place should be within a 4-year-old's place. I agree wholeheartedly. And they need to be kids. I agree. But you have teenagers that are now questioning their sexuality, and they out there doing some things, and they feel the need to educate the young ones. That's the devil. The devil does that. Yes. Because he might see a little kid, a 4-year-old who's in kindergarten or 5, whatever, or potential, or it could be 4 or 5 in a household. He see their potential, and then you have another sibling that is a teenager, 15, 16, and they feel the need to educate the 4 or 5-year-old. You need to develop that relationship with your kids, that the kids could come to you and talk about anything, because you have no idea what they're learning out in the streets. And if you say that like a kid's place should be a kid's place, I agree, but you have to understand they're going to be learning some things out there in them streets, and things will go on when you're not even aware. Like, you could be at work away somewhere, going in the supermarket, shopping, living in your best life and having a happy day. And the enemy will sneak in and put a bad seed in your child's ear. And that person could come in any forms. It could be a sibling, it could be a kid from school, it could be somebody in the family, a household enemy, it could be anybody. Sit down and have that talk with your kids about certain things. And you don't have to just say, open up the subject about sex and all that. You could just, what's going on? Make it a routine of sitting down with your child and having discussions. What's going on in school? What you been up to? Make them feel comfortable that they talk to you about anything. Because the worst thing in the world is for a parent to do everything they can financially, support-wise, and everything across the board, but miss communicating with their kids about what's going on in school. And then the kid is not telling you they being bullied, or someone done came to them and wanted to talk to them about sexuality and all this other stuff and planted seeds in their ear. I'm just saying. Okay, so the message that came to me was, I was in the kitchen and the message was about insecurities. Now, I said my message was take inventory and figure out who needs to stay and who need to go. Okay, what came to me was that somebody out there, female, is insecure, and your insecurities is based off of somebody that's close to you. Mm-hmm. And like I say, a hater can prevent you from elevating, meaning that they plant that seed in your head, which causes insecurities. And it could come in any form. It can be that person is saying that your man is cheating, your husband is out there doing things, when maybe your husband is not out there doing things. Maybe he's just young-minded and still living in a boy state of mind where he don't know how to call. Yeah. Or he just feels he's still living a bachelor lifestyle where he feels like he's living the role of being single instead of married. And he doesn't have to be cheating. It's just that he's not thinking about you. In a sense where, let's say he goes to a fast food place and he knows that you like the onion rings on the list, and he'll go order food for himself, and he knows that you'll be home in a certain time, at a certain time from work, but he thinks about himself and doesn't think about you, so he's selfish. That's what I meant to say. He's selfish. And then you have another person who's in your ear telling you he's cheating with another woman. He's cheating you out of something. Like, you could get them onion rings, but he's not physically cheating on you with another man. I mean, ooh, Jesus. Did I say that? He's not cheating on you with another woman. Yeah, so insecurities. Could be a person is telling you that you're not cute enough to be with someone. Or you're not smart enough to go for a particular job, a position, and you start to believe it, and you dumb down. Whatever it is something dealing with insecurities. Go to God in prayer. Ask God what you need to work on. Because don't worry about what the world say. And haters will tell you anything. They'll tell you anything. They will tell you anything. That's what the devil does. The devil will put one of his minions right beside you to turn you away from what you got to do. And the devil will also plant a seed in your head that you feel unworthy, unloved. You feel like you're not good enough. You are good enough. You are. And you have to believe that. You have to believe that. There's power of life and death in the tongue. And you have to use that power of life in the tongue to say good things to yourself. That you are enough. That you are beautiful. That you can do it. That whatever those haters around you say, tell them to go somewhere. Go sit in a corner and sniff paint. You know what I'm saying? You have to believe that. You have to believe that you are good enough, that you can do it, that you, when you left whomever, Let's say you was in a crazy relationship, you left some guy and people are saying that y'all need to be together, and you know daggone well that that man don't want you, and you know that going back into that relationship, even if you decide to say, oh, let's make it work, it's gonna be toxic and it is just gonna sizzle. You know this. Stop thinking about what that person said to you that's saying y'all need to get back together, because that same person that's telling you that in your ear can be a hater, and they don't want you to have nothing better than what they have. So what they do is they tell you things that come in the form of distraction, delay. Delay meaning that you spending more time thinking about that past person when God is sending you somebody. So it comes in the form of distraction, delay, and insecurity, where you feel you got to do all these other things to be cute, acceptable in that person's eye, or should I say in that wrong person's eye. And that person could come to you and tell you, oh, not even come to you, yeah, oh, you stop, let's say you stop doing all this, like getting all glammed up and all this other stuff, and that's why it didn't work out, when in reality that person was cheating. And you was getting all glammed up, you was doing everything, but you lost yourself in that person, and that person wasn't right, their spirit wasn't right. So you lost yourself when you should have been just doing things for you to build yourself up. And now you got this minion standing beside you telling you all the wrong things, because they don't want you to have better than what they have, if they have anything at all. So whatever it is dealing with your insecurities. It could be for you to go back to school, or step up in a leadership position at your job, or even maybe part of something in the church where you're leading a group and you just feel like you don't have it because you had so many people in your past beating you down. Just take a step of faith, push that spirit of fear under your footstool and move forward and see what happens. Go all in. Yeah, work on your insecurities. So your homework is to get out a notepad and figure out where in your life are you insecure, and start working on it. A lot of things in life is not easy. So, and what else? Yeah, I said recharge. Go to the spa. Like I said that. Yeah. And that's about it. Have a blessed day. Work on you. Do you. Even if that means going out with a group of friends, spend time with them, and then after that, try to get your household where it's in order. Tell people to go outside somewhere. Go over to another family's house or whatever, and do you. Pamper yourself. Doesn't have to be expensive. And get your mind right. And work on doing this once a month. I say once a month. Sometimes I know for me, sometimes I'm doing it like 2 and 3 times a week. Sometimes I have certain things that's a daily routine. Get your mind right. Lift your spirit. Take inventory of who needs to stay, who needs to go. Work on your insecurities. Jot down areas in your life where you're insecure, and what's the reason, or who is in your life that is pumping this negativity in your mind, like that seed of negativity. Yeah, and work on it. Work on getting rid of it. That's it for today. Sign up for session. I'm still giving away 30 minutes free session. Put a subject box freebie. What else? Check out my store. Check me out on YouTube. Like, subscribe, smash the notification. 4 suggested topics. Put in the subject box topic and email me. All the links is underneath. Love me more and I love you more. Have a blessed day. Later.